Welcome to the American Academy of Grief Counseling's video on behavioral health and toxic positivity. And toxic positivity is a concept and a term that is becoming more and more popular within the mental health community because it is something that individuals employ or express to try to belittle the pain and the emotion of the actual moment itself. So, toxic positivity is a type of attitude that dismisses the negativity or genuine emotions that exist with loss and pain. And whether it's the individual who is experiencing the pain, or for that matter, the individuals who are trying to cheer someone up, toxic positivity misses the point completely and in itself is more damaging. It is ingenuine in itself because it always looks for the bright side, or from an older television or movie show, the Pollyanna type syndrome. And by that, I mean always smiling, always cheerful, despite sometimes the grayness and darkness of life that needs to be experienced and felt. Life is a drama. It's not always a comedy. Sometimes we need to stop and we need to express and we need to feel. And in a sense, say something is bad. Say this literally sucks. And that's fine. We don't always have to put a spin on things. So while positivity is good, toxic positivity in itself chokes away true healing by dismissing the emotion of the moment, the reality of the moment, the reality that needs to actually be dealt with. It looks to hide the pain and suffering under the rug, to sweep it away, and to focus only on positive outlooks despite the pain and healing that, here's the key, that is still necessary. And because of that, because of this toxic attitude, and because of dismissal of emotions, this leads to an inability of healing, of the grief work that needs to actually be accomplished. And so, because of the discomfort, toxic positivity will look for little pithy sayings that make others feel comfortable and dismiss that actual pain that exists. And we see it quite a bit at funerals, just little sayings to try to lighten the environment, to try to show that the world isn't as bad as it is, but at the same time, dismissing the horrible situation that someone is experiencing. So sometimes it has good intentions, but ultimately it is malignant in itself. So let's take a look at some examples of toxic positivity, whether it's grief bullying, trying to make people not be sad anymore, or good intentions to try to cheer someone up. Toxic positivity emerges in many ways. It emerges in sayings, as I said, that dismiss emotion. And instead, they prompt action before healing. They want an individual to move forward. They push individuals to try to find the silver lining despite the intense pain. But while all of this is said and good, maybe later down the road, the focus that needs to be done on the pain now is critical to the healing process. So toxic positivity injures the expression of genuine emotion, but it also in some ways can make an individual feel shameful for feeling a certain way, for feeling sad, or feeling angry, or feeling hate in the heart sometimes, which is okay. Many times many times grief brings out emotions that are ugly. And toxic positivity tries to cover those feelings up instead of understanding those feelings, instead of experiencing them and then thinking about them. So toxic positivity injures the healing process. It prevents any proper grief work from being done. And when grief work is not properly conducted in the early phases of loss, It can injure or divert the proper grief trajectory. So if individuals don't grieve properly earlier, they're more than likely going to have complications in the grieving process later because the trajectory will not lead to a proper adjustment in itself. So we want to, as grief counselors, identify when individuals come to us what is being said as toxic to help our clients understand that. And if we are ever grieving ourselves, we want to know when toxic advice is coming our way so that we can also understand that the emotion, the ugliness, the humanity of it is not a bad thing, but it is part of the process itself. And yes, we will find positivity. Yes, we will adjust, but not just yet. And that's okay. It's okay to embrace emotion. That's okay to not feel positive, maybe, in a given situation. You have a right to grieve. You have a right to express, analyze, and understand emotions as you work your way through. And that's what toxic positivity tries to steal. So we offer a grief counseling certification from AIHCP and the American Academy of Grief Counseling. Below is the link. Our number is 330-652-7776, and our email is info@aihcp.org. I'd like to thank you for listening and have a good day.